Fiercely contested race for Texas's U.S. Senate seat is set. Attorney General Ken Paxton will be the GOP nominee.
Paxton defeated four-term Senator John Cornyn by a large margin in last night's runoff election.
Paxton won by nearly 400,000 votes, and we had crews at both watch parties. Let's begin with Joe Mapuniker, who was with the Paxton campaign in Plano.
Well, obviously a lot of happy people in this building. They expected it to be a long night. It was not that. They expected it to be a close race. It was not that either. A huge night for MAGA Republicans and who he calls Paxton Patriots. Many of the people we spoke would say it was time for a change from Senator Cornyn. Now, they felt Ken Paxton would be the fighter in Washington that they needed. He walked out to a large ovation. Close to 400 people showed up to this event in Plano. Now, Paxton is not exactly an engaging speaker. There were times we felt this room really wanted to erupt but didn't. But of course, his message did resonate here. He talked about what he feels are the threats from the left, the threats to democracy. He said he'll take on the woke mob. Now that energized this crowd a bit. Paxton now turns his attention to November and James Talarico.
Tonight is not the end of a campaign. Tonight is the beginning of the fight to preserve every value we hold dear. The future of Texas and the future of America is on the line, and I intend to do everything I can to expand our movement. I've won 3 statewide elections because I know how critical it is for our party to come together, and that's what we must do now. Without a shadow of a doubt, I will be the Democrats' #1 target in November.
Well, in Paxton's speech tonight on stage, he did mention for a few seconds about his competitor, Senator John Cornyn. He says he was thankful, grateful for his service to Texas and the country, because obviously he'll need his base when it comes to November. Reporting here in Plano, I'm Joe Mapuniker.
All right, meanwhile, longtime Senator Cornyn was down in Austin watching the results come in. Our Teresa Woodard was there to get his reaction once he lost the nomination.
Yeah, good morning. John Cornyn did not explicitly endorse Ken Paxton on Tuesday night, but he did make it very clear that he will support Republicans up and down the ballot come November. But what a stunning headline this morning. A 4-term Republican senator in a state still dominated by Republican politics loses in a Republican primary. The senator was with his wife and his daughters and members of his team as he quietly walked into a hotel conference room here in Austin. No watch party, just a short concession speech. After 18 straight election victories, this loss means the end of a 42-year-long career in Texas politics. The Trump-endorsed Ken Paxton won the nomination after that nasty primary campaign, but Cornyn pledging to work to hold on to the Republican majority.
There's a simple rule in elections, you've heard me say it before, and that is the candidate who gets the most votes wins. The party in the majority gets to govern, and my hope is to keep my party in power for generations.
One big question this morning, will we see John Cornyn publicly endorse Ken Paxton? Would we perhaps see him campaigning with him or for him? He did not take questions from the media last night, but as he was wrapping up his remarks, one journalist did say, "Will you support Ken Paxton?" He simply said, "I'll have more to say later." Reporting from Austin this morning, I'm Teresa Woodard.